All right, so here's the code here for compute cart totals. And this is very basic. We're simply going to walk through or loop through all of the cart items and just compute the totals here. So for let current cart item of this dot cart items, and I have total price value plus equals the current cart item dot quantity times the current cart item dot unit price, and then the quantity simply plus equals current cart item dot quantity. And so now the real work here is publishing the new value, so all subscribers will receive the new data. So we would say this dot total price dot next, and then we pass in total price value, total quantity dot next, total quantity value. So again, it publishes the events to all subscribers. It'll send one event for total price, one event for total quantity. And this dot next method, that's the method that'll actually publish or send the event. That's the code that'll actually generate or emit or publish this actual event. And so note here, we call the dot next method twice, so we get two separate events. And again, just remembering our application interaction. So this cart status component, they subscribe, the cart service, we did some work, and then we publish the events to all subscribers. So the cart status component will now get this event of this new data that we just sent out for total price and total quantity. So now step 3 of modifying our product list component to call the cart service. So here in our product list component, add to cart, we have our console.log. And remember earlier I said, we had some to do the real work. Well, one thing we do is we create the cart item. So I have the cart item equals new cart item. I pass in the product. So remember, the cart item has information about the product along with the quantity. So here I have this.cart service. I say add to cart. I pass in the cart item. So I'm calling that cart service. So that's kind of the step 2 there of the product list component, calling add to cart on the actual cart service. So now step 4 of enhancing the cart status component to subscribe to the cart service. All right, so we have to subscribe. So here's our cart status component. We set up some values here for total price, total quantity. For the constructor, we inject our cart service. And our ng on init method, we call this.update cart status. And so in our update cart status method, we'll actually subscribe for events. So here I say this.cart service dot total price subscribe. So I'm going to subscribe to the cart status total price property. And so then when new events are received, we simply make the assignments to update the UE. So here, whatever data comes back, I say this.total price equals data. That's data that's being sent from the actual cart service or published by the cart service. And I do a similar thing here for total quantity. So data, again, that's being sent over, we receive it, and then we assign it accordingly so we can update our user interface. Alrighty, so we're almost done here. Step 5 of updating our cart status component HTML to display the cart total price and quantity. So on our HTML page here for our cart status, we simply make reference to total price, we pipe it through currency, and then for total quantity, we add it here. And this will show up in our actual cart status component dynamically. So no more hard-coded data. We're actually making use of data from the component. So now remember our application interaction. The cart service is going to publish events to all subscribers. We'll get those events and we'll update the UE for the total price and quantity. And so we'll see those new updates right there in our given status component. All right. I'm getting excited here. I'm ready to write some code. So let's go ahead and dive into our IDE and let's get started.